Everybody, welcome back. I'm Stretch Professor, and today we're going to be looking at another Dylan coaching session, and this is going to be Twitch for the preseason. So we're just going to do a real quick, instead of an op.gg, I'm just going to look at some of the runes and items that I think are viable, and then kind of like what we did last time, the Dylan video, since he uploads them on YouTube, we get to take a peek into the draft. So we'll look at the draft instead of looking at the op.gg and pre-game predictions, and I'll just talk my way through it. But first, I want to talk about some rune options here, because there are a lot of things about Twitch that a lot of people don't do, and it's mainly, I think, they'll take Press the Attack over Lethal Tempo. And I want to talk about, real quickly, why I think that's a problem. And I see a lot of pro players doing it, and so maybe I don't know the answer to this. I mean, I'm not an AD carry main, but I just want to walk you through my thought process about why I think Lethal Tempo is better. Now, Lethal Tempo just did get buffed, and Press the Attack got nerfed last patch. But the most important thing for me is how Press the Attack interacts. So if we look at this rune, it says basic attacks against enemy champions apply stacks for 4 seconds. Attacking a new target removes all stacks from the previous target. Applying 3 stacks to a target deals damage. And they're exposed for 6 seconds. They get the 12% increased damage. Okay. So it doesn't affect true damage. So it does not work with Vayne. A lot of people are confused about that. It does not work with Vayne. And then also, this proc itself does not stack with the third damage. It used to apply the bonus 12% and then do this burst damage right here. That doesn't happen anymore. So they changed that last patch. Basic attacks against an exposed target, an exposed target do not apply stacks, nor can you apply stacks to another target while one is exposed. Okay, adaptive damage, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now this is important here. It says that at 6 stacks, we'll apply 2 stacks of Press the Attack with Ginsu's Rage Blade. And that says it triggers on-hit effects. That means this counts as an on-hit effect. Okay, and that's very important to note. This is an on-hit effect. Okay, so if we look at Twitch and how Twitch's ultimate interacts, Twitch's ultimate, each person hit with Twitch's ultimate applies on-hit effects. These apply on-hit effects to all affected enemies and can critically strike each enemy target. Okay, so each hit applies on-hit effects. Okay, so let's say that you have 2 targets lined up in a team fight, as you will with Twitch, usually multiple targets. You fire. Your bolt hits the first target, applies a stack of Press the Attack. Then it hits the second target behind that, applies 1 stack of Press the Attack. But when you apply Press the Attack to the second target, it removes Press the Attack from the first target, right? Because this is what it says. Attacking a new target removes stacks from the previous. Okay, when it says attacking, it means this is on hit. At least according to the Wikia, because that's how Ginsu's Rage Blade works. Okay, so this means that if you are attacking multiple people in a team fight, you will never trigger Press the Attack. Because every time you hit a new person, then it's going to remove the stacks from the first person that you hit. Okay, so that means in team fights, this is never going to happen. This is a dead keystone in team fights. Unless you single out somebody and you just focus them out to do maximum damage. Now, maybe that's worth it. Maybe you say, okay, well, maybe I can pick off 1 person in a team fight, apply the 12% damage, and that's what I want to do. And that's true. Or in the laning phase, you can proc this and get the 3-hit proc. It's just in the team fight, which is a major part of where Twitch shines, this is a dead summoner. Okay, if you're hitting a lot of people. However, if you look at Lethal Tempo, this can last up to 6 seconds, which is conveniently about as long as his ult lasts. If not a little bit more. And you can get pretty high. I mean, like, at level 9, you get 54% extra attack speed. That's a lot. And that applies because it's the attack speed and your ultimate, you know, the more ultimates you can fire off in 5 seconds, the better off you're going to be. Because his ultimate is on a timer. It's not on a certain number of attacks. So if you get 50% more attacks, that's 50% more damage out of your ult. Now it does take 1.5 seconds to trigger, so really you're only going to get like, I think his ult's 5 seconds. Yes, so really you're only going to get 3.5 seconds of that. So there's something to be said for that. But then you're going to be fully stacked afterwards, so you can just finish off whoever's left. This is going to apply, you know, it's going to do more damage to multi-targets in a fight, and it's going to stack up your poison faster so that you can get your expunge to, you know, knock out low targets. It's going to apply Blade of the Ruined King more often for more healing. So it seems to me that lethal tempo, at least in a late game team fight scenario with Twitch, is going to be better. And it's just good in general because that allows him to stack the poison. That's a huge part of his kit, is he stacks that poison. Then once it's fully stacked, he's able to, I always want to say exhume, but that's not right. His contaminate can deal damage to people. So I don't know. That's my thought on it, and that's why I pick lethal tempo, because press the attack is dead weight in late game team fights, assuming you're hitting multiple targets. But maybe, you know, maybe press the attack is still good enough in the laning phase. Maybe it's enough of a buff on allies. Maybe you can single out individual people enough late game and just not. But like, would you want to single out an individual person with his ultimate just so you could get press the attack off rather than hitting multiple targets right away? I'm not sure if that's worth it. That kind of defeats the purpose of Twitch later on, I feel. So I don't know. Obviously, there are a lot of really smart people that all take press the attack. There are some people in tough lanes who have tried out this other one, the movement one. I wouldn't take the movement one most of the time. Surely they're aware of that interaction on it. Surely they're aware of it, and they still run it anyways. I'm just throwing it out there that's why I would run lethal tempo on him for late game team fights. But, you know, just for the record, everybody runs press the attack on it pretty much. Both, you know, at the pro level and even, you know, at kind of the platinum level here, most people run press the attack. So I'm not sure if they just don't care about that interaction or if they just don't know about that interaction or what. But it bothers me that you're not going to be able to trigger it in a team fight, or so it seems. Anyways, okay, one other note about, so you can do lethal tempo or press the attack. If you want to go with everybody else, press the attack. I think lethal tempo is good, but there might be something I'm missing there. Triumph, Legend of Alacrity, Coup de Grace, okay, pretty standard. Now, I like getting boots and biscuits. These boots are so valuable. I've tried them out more in the support role a lot, and they're worth about 400 to 450 gold. You don't want to really buy boots early on Twitch because he can get away with his invisibility, and you just want to get to your Infinity Edge as fast as possible. And then biscuits give you really good sustain in lane. So this is like you get a free, you know, kill and a half around like 9 or 10 minutes worth of gold, which is very nice. I mean, just think of it like basically, you know, your Infinity Edge or your next item is going to have a reduced cost of like 400 gold. It's pretty good. And then how I calculate that is you get 300 from the boots themselves, you get 50 from when you upgrade your boots, that's 350, and then the 10 movement speed is worth somewhere between 50 to 100 gold. Now, Taste of Blood, this is, a lot of people will go Taste of Blood. This gives you sustain in lane, you know, every 20 seconds or whatever, you get a free auto attack that heals you. And then you get Zombie Ward. And the main reason they'll get Zombie Ward is when your normal ward times out, it leaves a Zombie Ward in its place, so that gives you even longer vision. So this is very good. So, you know, everybody knows Zombie Ward is good. If you've watched my channel, which I know Dylan has, and most people watching this probably have. So Zombie Ward is very good. I'm just not sure on AD carry, especially one that scales as hard as Twitch. I would just rather get the gold and get going and just, you know, get the support to ward better. You can still use your 1-minute wards, but and just buy control wards or something. You know, for the price of those boots, you could buy like five or 6 control wards for those boots. That should give you plenty of vision. You know, like Zombie Ward's going to give you some decent vision when your stuff times out, but, you know, if you really want to secure vision, you could buy up to 6 control wards for the same price as taking that Zombie Ward, pretty much. Or not, and just save the gold. So usually I really love vision, but I'm just not sure on the AD carry if Zombie Ward is really appropriate, especially if your own support's going to take Zombie Ward. Now you won't know what your support's going to take in solo queue, which I wish they would fix that and show you the runes. At least the schools like the schools of runes that your allies are taking. But anyways, I think Boots and Biscuit are really good. Taste of Blood and Zombie Ward is something else. This gives you sustain plus vision. This is sustain. Biscuits are, I'm almost certain, are going to be more sustain than Taste of Blood. They're very good. They also give you back mana, which is really nice. And they stack with potions. So if you're in a real tough spot in lane or even in a fight, you can pop a normal health potion and you can pop Taste of Blood. They're not Taste of Blood, and you can pop Biscuits. So that's very helpful. Taste of Blood also requires you to auto-attack the enemy. Which, if you're kind of in a tough spot, you don't want to have to go up and auto-attack that Jhin if you're at half health, right? Because he's just going to pop you back and do just as much damage as you're healing, if not more. So the heal is going to kind of be null, where you can sit back with the Biscuits and just try to farm if you're in a tough lane and you're behind when you're going to need that sustain. And then the Biscuits just, you get the full value of it all the time. You don't have to walk up and put yourself at risk to get the healing out of it. So a lot of the pros with domination, that's, you know, they're going to take Taste of Blood Zombie. That's what virtually everybody's going to do. Taste of Blood Zombie, Taste of Blood Zombie. Now, a lot of them, some of them were going for the lifesteal rune here. I still think Alacrity is probably better. So you can go for that. It looks like people on op.gg like to go for Celerity and Gathering Storm. I think this is too slow. You're already a powerhouse late game. You need help early as Twitch. You need to try to survive that lane. So I would rather see something that survives lane. So I'd go Biscuit or Taste of Blood. Celerity is nice, but it's not going to be as nice as getting free boots. If you're into the move speed, and that's been nerfed also to 3% instead of 4%. If you're into the move speed, you know, I think that's going to be superior because 3 move speed is going to be like 12 move speed, and then the boots are going to be, you know, faster. They're going to be 35. So normal boots are 25, and then you get that 10 bonus. That's 35 move speed. So this is okay. This is okay. And now this does stack with boots though, so that's something to keep in mind also. But I think Gathering Storm, I think this is just too slow. I would just rather have the security of the Biscuits early on and then the boots to help accelerate my powerhouse items faster. Is how I would run it. But it's, you know, there are a lot of people who do a lot of different things, but these are sort of the options that are out there. Build order is fairly standardized. You want to get Infinity Edge Hurricane virtually every game. If you're in a really hard lane, you can go Blade the Ruined King early, but I would just say if you're in a hard lane, just get Doran's Shield to open. Take either Biscuits or Taste of Blood. And, I mean, heck, I would probably even get the movement speed one that heals you, rather than press the attack or lethal tempo. If you're in a really hard lane, I would just take Doran's Shield plus the movement speed rune, Fleet Footwork plus Taste of Blood or Biscuit, and that'll get you through almost any lane sustain. You really don't want to have to rush Bork first item. It's just not enough damage against squishy targets, particularly. So you really want to go Infinity Edge as fast as possible. Now, some people will go Hurricane Infinity Edge. I would say that's if you're just getting completely destroyed, maybe go for that. But in general, you really want to try to get that Infinity Edge Hurricane. Then after that, you have some options. As you see, a lot of people will go Static Shiv, third item. That gives you, I believe, 80% crit. If it's not 80, it's pretty close. Let's see, 30, 60. Yes, 80% crit. Obviously very good with Infinity Edge. That gives you the Wave Clear. That's the combo. When you assemble all 3 of those, very strong. And then you can get Last Whisper. Now, if you're against tanks... If you're against, you know, 2 tanks, you know, you've got your Maokai top lane and your Sejuani jungle or something like that, you're going to need to get Whisper faster than that. So I would go Infinity Edge Hurricane, Last Whisper, and then probably Mortal Reminder. A lot of the tanks have a healing component to it. But yeah, so always Infinity Edge, Hurricane, and then you choose if it's a bunch of squishies and or you need Wave Clear, Static Shiv. If it's a bunch of tanks, and you just need to be able to cut through them, then go ahead and get Ward Dominix first, and then Static Shiv. And then it's like a 4th item. If you have some extra room, you can go ahead and think about getting Blade the Ruined King. Now, some people will get that faster. There are a couple of Koreans. You got Wraith going Blade the Ruined King here, and then you've got Pawn getting it here. Now, neither one of those guys had fantastic games, if you'll take note of that. And this is against a very heavy poke lane. So they've got Misfortune Jin. And he wanted to be greedy and go Doran's Blade into Blade the Rude King. I wouldn't do it. I mean, I know he's really smart. I know he's a Korean. I would not do it. I think that's greedy. I would rather just open with Doran's Shield. I'd rather take some kind of sustain in my runes. Because you're not going to be far enough ahead for sudden impact to matter that much, I don't think. Or eyeball collection. I just think that going Taste of Blood, Zombie Ward, or Boots, Biscuits here, and then Doran's Shield, and then Infinity Edge would just give you much better results. And then, I don't remember if that was Wraith or whomever, but yeah, most people don't go for the Blade early. There are some people who do. Now, Forgiven had a good game going Blade early. Why did he do that? Is he also against Poke? He's against Janna. They have no tanks. I don't get it. I mean, some people really just like that item, I guess. I mean, it does give you the ability to kite and run people down. But anyways, most people go Infinity Edge. I agree with Infinity Edge. It's just much more damage. And I think that's what you want out of Twitch. You want that nice 2-item power spike, Infinity Edge, Hurricane, off to the races, murder everybody. Okay, and then of course max EQW. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this draft. We'll get into the commentary here. Now let's see. Let's get it going. Let me grab my notebook. Where do I put it? Here's a notebook. Oh, here we go. Let me see. My pen has eluded me. In-laws just came over yesterday, and I'm trying to catch up on some of these coaching sessions before the stream. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, wait, what is that? Is that it? That might work. Okay, there we go. We're good to go. Alright, so as usual, take notes at the end. We'll recap. And it looks like the cat has been scratching up my my notebook. That's alright. Okay, let's watch this bad boy. Might fast forward this just a little bit during Champ Select, just so we can kind of see what's going on. First pick Twitch, okay. Alright, team's looking pretty good. Yeah, Sona's annoying. Okay, I didn't see what you took. I'll back up if you don't hover it again. Twitch is a pretty decent blind pick. Banning Sona's alright. This is probably before 7.24. I'm remembering correctly, but she's a decent ban. I would be more afraid of Leona. Even back if this was 7.23, I would still be more afraid of Leona than I would Sona. Because you can work around Sona. You can take Doran's Shield, you can take Fleet Footwork, or Taste of Blood, or just something. And you know he's going to take a healing support, so I'd be more scared of the all-in. This is a really good-looking team. Jarvan's great. Ornn's really good right now. Ornn's pretty good right now. Looks like you're probably going to be against Xerath. Lulu. Okay, I guess. I'd rather see Tarek. Yeah, there's the Leona. Okay. I'm trying to think of what they have here. I would almost take Fleet Footwork just to give you the movement speed. Like, you need... Okay, let me see what you took here again. Alright. Are you taking lethal tempo or are you taking I thought I saw press the attack highlighted. I mean, I gave you my thoughts on the rune already. Sudden impact's okay. I would only do this if you think you're going to really snowball and kill your lane a lot. And I don't think that's going to happen against Triss Leona. I don't like this. That does let you roam faster, but it's just not strong enough. So yeah, I would either go... I mean, Taste of Blood is going to be very difficult to trigger on Leona also. I feel like I would want boots here, and you might even consider going Fleet Footwork. The reason is that extra movement speed can help you get away from Leona. Help you kite a little bit better. Now, you're not going to be able to get boots early if you go for the Inspiration Boots plus Biscuit. I think it's a very scary lane. Okay, let's just go in here and see how it goes down. But yeah, I might take... I might actually go for Fleet Footwork there. I do like the lethal tempo. Yeah, she's got Ignite. She's ready to rumble. Yeah, and I would have definitely nerfed Leona. If you're gonna pick any kind of immobile AD carry, especially one that can't really fight early, you have to get rid of Leona. She's just too easy. The thing is, she goes through minions, and that's the big issue between Leona and Blitz, or Leona and Thresh, is that she can go through minions. So she's always a threat with her E. She can hook onto you. Especially because, well, Jarvan can be an early game jungler, and Shyvana is probably not going to gank bottom a lot. Like, if you have the early game jungler advantage, and your jungler actually comes down, you can bait Leona and kill her really easily, but especially at silver, I'm not entirely confident that Jarvan's going to come down there and camp her. So, it's better just to get Leona out of there. She's just too dangerous in the situations where she's good, and she just doesn't get punished enough. So yeah, I would get Leona out of there. Even after the nerfs, I would still get her out of there. Now, next patch, they might nerf her some more. Oh, dang it. Was the patch today? I can't remember. I'll have to look. Or is it next week? Crap, I hope it's not today. Yeah, Leona, or Lulu's very dangerous into Leona also. If Leona hooks her, it's going to be a big problem. Hey, thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. Yeah, Leona, you need to go punish. Yeah, go hit Leona. Hit her. Just keep hitting her. Once she uses her E, you need to go up and hit her several times. Or Tristana. Just hit somebody once she loses her E, because she can't do anything to you at that point. And she can flash Q you, I guess. There. Hit her, hit her, hit her, hit her. Hit her. Punish her. Yeah, try to hotkey your abilities if you can. And I've talked about the camera lock. I'm still not a huge fan of that, but, if that works for you. Trist, yeah. Aim for Twist. Fight, fight, fight. Okay, yeah, fine. Go, 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 go. I would flash after her. Leona didn't have anything. I would have flashed after her there. She already used her jump. She just used her flash. Leona didn't have anything. She's at 1 health. I would have definitely flashed after her on that. I mean, I get that it's kind of scary, but if they use everything in front of you trying to kill your support, I think if you would have switched to Tristana faster, or if you would have flashed after her at the end, I'm pretty sure you would have killed her. Like, all you needed was, like, maybe 1 or 2 more autos, and then a bigger Contaminate, and I think you would have had it. You know, you gotta know that Leona's, like, E is on, like, I think at level 1, it's, like, a 13-second cooldown or something. So, she's only gonna be able to use it once in one of these big fights. I wonder how the farm's doing. Good.
An enemy has been slain. First blood.
Hop on, life.
I'd go ahead and stealth back to lane. Just, like, while you're in the fountain, getting your mana back, just stealth and then run. It does give you, I think, 10% movement speed for, like, 8 seconds or something. Which is pretty decent. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it would take you from, like, here. Like, you'd probably be at the tower now. You know, save you a couple of seconds. And Lulu's probably dead. Yeah.
How do you aim with all this light?
Okay, so be more aggressive when Leo's E is down. That's one thing I'll say. Yeah, you definitely can't fight him. She's only level 4. So you have to wait on J4. Yeah, Tarek would have been so much better here for your team. Yeah, keep hitting. No, you gotta hit him while you're running away. After she uses that, she shouldn't have anything. Now she's gonna have it up again soon. Yeah, if you just auto-attacked her before while you were running, you gotta get the, if you're gonna play AD carry, you gotta get the kite and attack down. So you gotta auto-move, auto-move, auto-move. So if you look back here, let me see, when she tries to run away, okay, so attack, move, attack, move. Like, you could have had at least 2 more attacks on her, because she doesn't have anything else at that point. Like, she's got her ult. You could also flash her ult right there. Like, if you flash her ult, then you can kill her and then reset, go invisible, and then show up again on the Tristana and probably kill her too. So, you gotta be looking for that when you're, you know, if you're trying to chase somebody like that and you know they have an important cooldown, especially one that's as predictable as Leona. You didn't see her ult yet, so just be waiting for it. Just say, as soon as she ults, I'm gonna flash it. So it's hard to react to it in the moment, but if you're waiting for it, if you're anticipating it, then you can do it in time. So just, you know, just wait for your cue. Just say, okay, as soon as I see that sunlight, whatever, I'm going to flash it. If you want to go for that play, which is fine if you flash it. But if she gets that perfect hit on you, then obviously it's not fine. Because if you flash it, you kill her and Triss. Or conversely, if you get those 2 extra auto attacks on her earlier, then you could have probably contaminated and killed her.
I'm gonna want that back. They'll have more holes than my paper.
Yeah, Lulu's just giving out free kills. Doesn't understand that Leona has an engage. So some people actually make... I've heard of people making, like, left click attack and move. I don't know that for sure, but there are videos out there about that, where you make a certain button, your attack move, and I've heard left click, which means that whenever you click, it's going to move to that spot, and it's also going to attack somebody whenever you're able. So there are macros you can do for that. That's attack move in the,
A summoner has disconnected.
I think it's in the options. But yeah, that might be something to look into. I just personally use the A button. I just A, and then
Enemy rampage.
A click, A right click, A right click, A right click, kind of old school to kite backwards. But there, you can do it on one button if you're AD carry. I'm pretty sure it's an option. But yeah, you need to figure out how to do that a little bit better. Just auto attack while you're moving.
Are you gonna finish that?
A summoner has reconnected.
You probably need to say something here to get these guys to chill.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was her. That's her Hex Flash. Yeah, you can't really get close to her. She's too far ahead. You're gonna have to just run. So I'm just saying, kite backwards, like learn how to move and attack, and then be ready to flash if you know there's going to be a telegraph skill shot that you're going to need to dodge. Like, you know they're going to...
Oh, that's gonna fester.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
I'm on to you.
Was there a way you could have not attacked through minions? Let me see. No, not really. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure you know, I've talked about it a lot on the channel. If you're level 6 and you auto-attack through minions, you actually lose a lot of damage on Twitch. But you needed the range to reach her immediately, and there was just no way to get around those minions, so there wasn't really a good solution to that. Oh god. Yeah, there you go, just run. Good. Yeah, kill her. No, her! Okay, good, you got her. Oof. Don't stand close to this, don't stand close to this. Someone could come out of there. I'm not... Okay, Xerath's middle. And just in general, when you're like sieging this, do not stand close to that wall. You just want to come over here. In theory, Xerath could have been roaming down and like hit you with an orb over the wall and killed you or something.
Look what the pipes washed in.
Or like Nar could have TP'd somewhere random. I don't know. There's just no reason to stand close to that wall. Okay, good. Well, they dogpiled bottom, so hopefully you win. Infinity. Start working Infinity. Get a pick. Pick.
Watch your step.
I know people like... I mean, it does give you more mobility. The map is open, so I get that, but... I would rather see you just get a pick and a crit cloak there, I think, and just get to that Infinity Edge. Infinity Edge is such a massive item because of the extra crit modifier. Not just the critical chance, but the crit modifier is a really big deal. So when you hit those crits, it hits like a truck.
I'm gonna want that back. I
An
demand.
ally has been slain.
I mean, boots are good against Leona because... I don't know. I feel like they're about to take middle. They might get 2 towers middle if you don't rotate over there. And all you're going to get is a minion wave. Now, yeah, you might be a little late for the first tower. I'm just afraid they're either going to go second tower or they're going to go rift. No, they're just going to chase you. Okay. I guess, because you were probably going to be too late and you can't hold it by yourself. I guess that's fine.
They're planning something. I know it. How do you aim with all
I assume you're just going to farm it off for a little bit here.
Shut down.
We'll pause it and back up if something goes on.
out of the sewers comes doom? I was hiding. What's yours?
Oh, Jesus.
Ally has been slain.
Yeah, there's nothing much to do there. She just popped out of nowhere. She's not warding.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, with Jarvan here, you can probably defend this.
Here's something that won't wash off.
Let Jarvan start. Yeah, you need to be thinking Leona's not going to hit me with her E. No, 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 no. You can't do it. You got to stay max range with Twitch. I mean, if Leona hits you with an E, you're dead. She does a ton of damage. So the better option there is you just wait. Go invisible, now wait. Wait until Jarvan goes on Tristana. Or you flash her E. The other option is you flash her E over here. So you know she's going to E at you, or ult you. So you just have to flash it immediately when she tries to do that. Or stay at 850 range. You just hover here, wait until Jarvan opens on Trist. You won't be in sight. Leona's, a Silver Leona, guaranteed is going to use her E to try to get the Jarvan off the Trist. Then you can open up, you know, somewhere else. But you need to make her either commit to Jarvan first, or if you're going to open like that,
Who's following me?
at least keep it at a range that's outside of her range. Like her E range, I'm pretty sure your 850 outranges her, because you have 850 range off your ult.
Been slain. An enemy has been
You can also use your heal, I'm pretty sure, while you're stunned. You just can't flash. So yeah, either anticipate her E again, or just stay at 850 range and force her to commit to Jarvan first, and then open up. And you can always heal the Jarvan too, if he's in big trouble after she goes on him.
I want that back.
Yeah, you're underestimating how much damage Leona does. Especially with her crowd control.
Oh yes, yes.
You cannot get hit with E. I'm not sure if that's even worth it. I wouldn't. Like, your probability of taking that is so low, especially they have a ward sitting right there, and that's such a long cooldown. It's like a minute 30. So now if they know they can team fight on you for the next, 2.5 minutes. So they could all try to push middle, or they could, okay, that's warded. I would ping warded there. Be careful with Leona, she can dive you. Nara can dive you. Go on him. What? You're full health. He's half health. I would have gone on him. Just open with attacks on it. I think you can kill her. Even without your ult. I mean, yeah, she is. Yeah, she's a lot bigger than you, but still, she's at half health. And to be honest, most people probably won't even notice if you show up invisible and get you get two or three hits before they even notice that you're hitting them. Like, she was probably looking on her screen towards mid lane or something. I would have definitely gone all in there.
Have you met my fleas? Sneaky, sneaky. Exterminate this.
Be careful, it could be warded. Yeah, there's not really a point in, throwing your poison there. It's not going to do much damage, and it reveals your location. Xerath could have been there and just hit you with, an orb or something, and then Shyvana jumps over the wall. It's unlikely. It'd be kind of a freak accident, but the thing is, you have such a virtually impossible probability of throwing that flask meaning anything, and they have to have at least, a 2% chance, right, of Xerath or just somebody being there and hitting you with a crowd control and turning on you in the jungle, because you don't have vision of them. There's just no point in taking even little risks like that seem innocuous. Why not just throw a flask at them? There's just no reason to do it. Even if it just reveals your location, that lets them feel a little bit safer, so they can, hang out in your jungle for longer without being scared that you're going to kill them. Watch out for her E. Yeah, you don't have flash. If she goes on you, you're probably in trouble. Well, the fear's good. Yeah. Leona's just very good against Twitch. That's all there is to it. Anyone that has hard engage like that. What? Wait, what are you doing? Are you going, I hope you're going Quicksilver Sash. No, no, no. I do like Quicksilver Sash here, actually. You're getting hit with a lot of crowd control. I mean, Bork is not going to save you. Blade of the Ruined King is if you're taking, sustained damage. If lifesteal is only good if you're not going to get vaporized immediately. And I just don't think that's your problem right now. Like, your problem's not that you don't have enough damage or that, you know, you're just getting out-sustained in fights. I mean, the heal is nice against, like, Xerath Poke. But... oh, excuse me. I think the issue is just that Leona's hitting you with her ease. And they're killing you. So, I think that Quicksilver Sash probably is the best thing to get here. If that's what you were going to get before. Hopefully you weren't going to go Wit's End. Yeah, I would probably do Quicksilver Sash, because it's the crowd control that's killing you right now. No more pings. No, get that. You need to contaminate that. No. Dylan, you gotta contaminate that, buddy. You know he's gonna go for it. Your contaminate does more damage.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, the extra magic resist off of Quicksilver Sash would help you against Xerath also. I mean, I don't mind starting it there. I just think you need to stay on it and contaminate it. Like, I understand you're running from Xerath's ult, but... I don't know. I would have stayed on it at that point and just contaminate it. I think a 5-stack Contaminate with your AD, with 190 AD, is going to do more than one Xerath hit.
An ally has been slain.
I don't think that's necessary. You really need that ult for team fights. Now it's going to be really hard to fight this fight without your ult. Like, if you had the ult right now for that Ornn, for when Jarvan, like, sticks on somebody, I think that would be a lot better. Like, you can't use that to wave clear. Sometimes people will use ults to wave clear, but it's usually like 1 minute ults, like things that are really short. Yeah, you really, really need that Quicksilver Sash for this. This Leona's just got your number all game. Looks like the 9-3 Tristana killed me in 5 hits.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Gosh, well, don't get involved in this conversation. These kids don't even know what happened. I mean, you know, maybe chasing Leona up there was bad, but you know, I thought the play bot was pretty much dead. But, I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe he should have just let Leona run away and then just reestablish a new target. But once again, a big part of that was you didn't have your ult. Yeah, I think you need to stay invisible until Leona goes on somebody else, and she will. I think you're showing up too early. Like you need to roll up invisible and just stay invisible. Like you can stay invisible for like 14 seconds and just wait. Just watch Leona and wait on her to use her crowd control on somebody else. At least her E, because she's really their only reliable crowd control. Like Xerath might hit you with an E, but in general, it's just Leona. It's too much typing. You're typing too slow. Just don't worry about it. Don't type. I mean, you guys are trying to set up strategies. That's fine, but you're no. Thank God. Twitch bailed you out there, or not Twitch, Tristana, big time. She knocked you out of that Leona ult. Like I do like talking. I'm just saying that it's a little much. And it's just because you weren't walking. Maybe if you're walking somewhere and talking, maybe. But you gotta keep in mind, like, when you talk, someone else is going to listen and they're going to be distracted also. So yes, I am an advocate for saying stuff that, you know, is helpful. But at the same time, if people just don't know, like, these guys they don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. A lot of them. So they're going to be making mistakes. So it's not worth really talking about a lot of them. A lot of the mistakes in terms of, like, who should have done what during the last team fight. Just reiterate something like, hey, thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. Just reiterate something like, you know, I'll go for Jarvan's target. Or something like that. You know, just something real short, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Like, you don't want to have a long-winded conversation about it. You just want to say one or two things. Yeah, just kill her. Yeah. Now, you got vision, watch out. Okay, good. Yeah, keep going. Don't forget your invisibility resets. Now, you are low on mana, so that's a thing. No, push. Well, you don't have a wave. You're right. You're right. No. Not Wit's End. No. You need Quicksilver Sash. Not Wit's End. I mean, I understand the thought process behind Wit's End, which is, I think I do anyways, which is that, you know, Hurricane Bolts proc Wit's End. And you will, you know, take some of their magic resist so that, you know, maybe Twitch does, or maybe Fiddlesticks does more damage. And that gives you extra magic resist. And you do an extra 42 on-hit damage with each bolt. And that's, you know, that's valid. But the main way that you lose this game is Leona chain CCs you and you die. I haven't seen Lulu use Mikhail's on you all game. I know she has it in her inventory. I'm pretty sure she does. No. You're walking right into her. You can't do that, Dylan. She is the person that kills you. You better buy a QSS right now. I swear to God, Dylan. You better buy it right now. No! Quicksilver Sash. Quicksilver Sash. I might even settle for Banshee's Veil here. No, Banshee's Veil has AP on it now. Quicksilver is your only option. No, that's... The person who's killing you is Leona. It's not Tristana. It's not any... It's Leona with her crowd control. Because she's going to lock you up for 3.5 seconds. And with all of her sunlight procs, you know, she's probably going to do 600 damage by herself. Then all anyone has to do is, like, hit you twice and you're dead. Yeah, I mean, Lulu's either not... Now, that one, you have to respect Leona. Just pretend that Leona is like a 20-2 LeBlanc right now. Maybe not give her that much respect, but like, maybe a Diana. Because LeBlanc can jump across the whole screen. You're just pretty much screwed if there's a 20-2 LeBlanc. But like, Diana or something, right? Like, you cannot get close to her. Unless you intend on flashing her E or getting a Quicksilver Sash. Now, Lulu does have Mikhail's. You might even say something polite to Lulu to say, just Mikhail's Leona off of me. Just say something like that. Hey, Lulu, Mikhail's Leona off of me. And I think we win. Something like that. You know, try to be polite about it. People don't like to be told what to do, but she's got to do that. Okay, well, she didn't see you fast enough. And that's what, you notice what happened there. A lot of it. Let me tell you the main reason you won this fight here. Because you showed up really late. I know that sounds ironic, but because you showed up late, it forced you to not start off initially. You were invisible. See, Leona just used her E. If you watch the minimap there. And she probably doesn't have a lot of cooldown reduction. She may not even be leveling it. So watch this. I want to point this out, because this is what I've been saying that I think you should do a lot, is wait. Just wait in a fight. And Twitch is weird like that, because he doesn't have a lot of mobility, but he does have invisibility. So you just wait and watch. Just wait until their crowd control threats, use their crowd control, and then you go uninvisible, you appear, and then you kill them. But you have to wait on the crowd control. Especially at silver, people like... Some platinum players will hold their crowd control. They'll say, you know what, they have a Twitch that's really fed. I'm not... If I were Leona right now, I would say, I'm not Eing anybody until Twitch shows up. Because I don't care about anyone else on this team. Except for maybe Fiddlesticks, and he's bot lane. So I'm not Eing anybody here. I'm just using my Q, and that's it. And so, you know, some Leonas will hold it and wait. But there are a lot that will not. Especially bronze, silver, gold. They will not hold their crowd control. They'll just use it on whoever's convenient. Like, they'll use it on you if they see you. But see, she just used it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open up, and you're killing her. Now, she's polyed right there. But it's also that she'd already used her crowd control. You'd already let, like, the team set stuff up, right? They'd already used a lot of their cooldowns on Ornn. Lulu had already polymorphed. Now, she's going to try to ult you. Okay, good. See, it's just Leona. If Leona's dead or handled, then you win. That's it. No one else can fight you right now. You're too strong. So, I think just waiting... Forcing Leona to E somebody else. And she will. You saw she did that fight, right? She did not hold it for you. Don't listen to them. Don't upgrade that Ornn. Ornn items are trash unless you're full item. Actually, the Infinity Edge one's not bad. For being honest, the Infinity Edge one's not bad because the AD scales the crit really well. But I would still complete your item. Now, I wouldn't... I would not get this Randuin's. I don't think you're losing because Tristana's auto-attacking you. I think you're losing because Leona is holding you still too long. You need to flash. Invisible, run. Nope. Okay, good. I was about to say, you gotta use your active. Oh, do they win off of that? Surely, tell me it ain't true.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, you don't want to back there. You always want to back invisible when you're Twitch also, because they can't see you. I'm pretty sure you can back while you're invisible. Just go invisible in a random place and like back. I don't remember if you were trying to be invisible there and he just guessed your spot or not. Because there's a ward there. But yeah, you want to try to back in safe places, obviously. But yeah, I would have gone... I don't mind Blade as like a 5th item or something, but I definitely would have gotten Quicksilver Sash early. And you need a Last Whisper item. Like, you're just not doing enough damage to this Shyvana and Leona. Like, you need to kill them faster.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I think double lifesteal. So the thing is, you get Mercurial Scimitar, which is pretty decent. Gives you lifesteal, has decent AD on it. Yeah, and that would give you double lifesteal with Bork. Yeah, I think that Mercurial and then getting a Dominic's Last Regards here. Because Leona's not only tying you up so that they can kill you, but even if they don't kill you immediately, she still locks you up for like 5 seconds for most of your ult. And just sits in your face and just eats so much damage.
I'll be right under their noses.
QSS, boom. See, just imagine you had QSS there. It would have been so much better.
It'll only hurt till you die. They're planning something. I know it. Sneaky, sneaky.
Okay, so you guys basically just caught Xerath and that's it. I mean, the attack speed on Wit's End is nice too. I mean, like, Wit's End seems like it's good here, right? Like, it gives you the extra attack speed, it gives you the on-hit with Hurricane, it gives you the magic resist, gives you the on-hit damage. I just think that the major reason why this game took so long is that Leona's just... oh my god, did they turn this around and win? No way. Oh my god, dude, if they win this, I'm gonna be real sad for you. I think whoever's being chased middle's dead. Yeah. God, they're gonna get a third inhibitor. Oh my god, because of Leona, and you don't have a Quicksilver Sash. No way. No way, man, the Leona. Oh my god. It was just Leona. That's it. All you needed was a Quicksilver Sash. You have to get the Quicksilvers. I cannot believe they won that. And a lot of that, she just walked right up. You walked right up to her. Yeah, you're disrespecting her. See, that Randuin's not going to save you. That's the thing, is the Xerath. Like, you already do enough damage. You're already vaporizing people. You don't need the Wit's End. And they're still going to kill you if Leona locks you up. That's the thing. So you should have just rotated over and got the second tower. But you got caught up kind of chasing people here. That feels bad. It feels bad, Dylan. I'm sorry about that, buddy. That's a rough one. But, I mean, it's a lesson learned, though. I hope you have to get Quicksilver Sash. Like, all caps. You know, underlined, bolded, asterisks, exclamation marks, everything. You have to get... this. I'm not gonna put that on there. But you know, for real, that's if there's one thing this game against heavy crowd control, you must get Quicksilver Sash, second or third item at the latest. Quicksilver Sash. The only reason you lost that game was Leona. Like, 110% it was Leona. She just, every time you died, I'm pretty sure Leona was the person who crowd controlled and killed you. Because no one else could really, even the Shyvana, you 1v1 the Shyvana at the end. That's not even really a problem. And you could definitely 1v1 Tristana if you show up invisible and you get the first couple of hits on her. But yeah, it was just straight up Leona. And Lulu never McHale's you all game, I'm pretty sure. But you can't count on her to do that. She's not even like near you most of the time. She's not even trying to peel for you. I don't even think I saw her whimsy you and like put her shield on you so that you get more attack speed. I don't know what Lulu was doing, but you need Quicksilver Sash. Okay, you can't count on her to do that for you, unfortunately. Like, it's nice if she does, but you got to be able to watch your own back too. Okay, so when Leona uses her E in lane, especially when she misses, you need to go up and start punishing. You need to start auto-attacking her, auto-attacking Triss. That's her only engage tool, and she's just going to have to run away, and she's not going to be able to do anything. So you need to chunk her. You need to knock off like a third of her health. It's just a slap in the face for missing you. It's a tough lane, but whenever you get opportunities like that, you got to take advantage of them. There you go. Orb walk. Just look it up on YouTube. There are lots of videos on it. Basically, how I do it is you just like right-click somewhere, A, right-click A, right-click A, and you'll just attack, move, attack, move, attack, move, the closest thing to you. Like I said, some people keybind that to their left key, and I think it's in the options somewhere under interface where you can do that in the client itself now. People used to like make macros or something for it, but yeah, you need to be able to do that. There's a couple of times with Leona where you were just running away, where that one play, if you had auto-attacked a couple more times, she would have died in lane. So you need to be ready to flash. Anytime you're like starting a fight, you need to be able to flash the Leona R, definitely, and probably the E, because the E extends pretty slowly. So if you can just flash that or flash the R, then that can make all the difference. That play bottom, you would have had a double kill. You would have had Leona and Trist if you just flash forward after she tried to R you. If you just flash forward, one more auto attack, Contaminator, and then just run down the Tristana invisible, and I think you would have had them both. So that could have been a really big play. And remember, like, you're not going to be able to do that instinctively, probably. You just see it and do it. You have to be planning ahead. You have to be thinking, okay, I'm watching for her ult. As soon as I see that little circle appear on the ground, I'm going to flash. So you have to, like, have it in your mind ahead of time and be ready. That's how a lot of the pros do it. They don't instinctively just react to whatever's going on. They know, they're, like, anticipating. They're thinking, okay, this person's going to do this, and when they do it, I'm going to flash it. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure about that Dragon Call either, but I think their jungler either died or got run off. They got chased out of lane from the bot lane from whoever was chasing. I don't remember who it was. So I don't mind going for that there. It would have been helpful if you had a control ward so you could deny the vision. Or you could just wait on the Jarvan. But if you just want to solo it out like that, at least just stay on it, keep attacking it, and contaminate. I think that you were only like maybe 2 autos and a contaminate away. Like, yeah, Xerath might hit you with some E's or some of his R's, but whatever. If he's hitting you, then he's not hitting the dragon. And I don't think he had enough damage to kill you. I think you had at least 75% health, if I'm remembering that correctly. So just stay on it, contaminate. It does quite a bit of damage. I mean, it's not as much as like a Callista Rend to a dragon, but it's still quite a lot. So I think you could have gotten that. It was a little on the risky side, but I think once you're that committed to it, you just gotta go the distance. Even if you die and get it, it's worth it if you get the dragon. Yeah, save your ult for team fights if you can. If you're gonna get a nice solo kill out of it, sure, go for it. But definitely do not use it on a minion wave. And if you can get a solo kill without using your ult, then go ahead and do that. Like, if you can sneak up, if you're sneaking up and killing Xerath or something, you're not going to need your ult for that, probably. It adds a little bit of extra damage. But the strength of Twitch's ult is its range and its multi-target hitting. It does add a little bit of extra AD onto it, sure, but it's such a powerful teamfight tool that you just really don't want to waste it on single kills, and especially not on minion waves. It's a pretty long cooldown, too. Yeah, you need to be getting Quicksilver Sash for any kind of like huge crowd control, like especially Leona, because it's so hard for anyone to peel her off you, like because she can E and it just goes through everybody and sticks right on you, and her ult, you know, comes from the sky, so there's not a lot of like ways that people can block that for you. So you just really need to have Quicksilver Sash. Yes, Lulu did have Mikhail's, but she wasn't using it, so you just have to be aware of that. You know, other people, Quicksilver Sash pretty good against. You know, obviously something like a Morgana or a Thresh. You know, it's anything, or a Lulu polymorph if she keeps getting close to you. Usually with Twitch, you can stay far back enough to where Lulu won't be able to polymorph you. But there's a lot of situations where you want a Quicksilver Sash, like third or fourth item. And in this situation, I would say third. Yeah, I would probably get Hurricane Infinity first. Like, I would complete those 2 items and then get Quicksilver Sash after that. And then the double lifesteal would help you enough in a sustained fight. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. So, one more thing that I want to... there were a lot of fights, and this was part of also why Leona was getting on you so much. You were walking up into like 200, 300 range of your targets and then ulting. You know, a big part of Twitch is he gets 850 range on his ults. That outranges just about everybody. That's like tower range. So I'm not sure exactly what Leona's E range is, but I can look it up. If it's... It's not much further than 850. So I think either you can outrange her with that, or you can make it very, very difficult for her to get you. It's 875, so it's basically the same range. But like what would happen a lot of times is you would open up to 200, 300 from the target that you wanted, and you'd be very close to Leona. Oh, I didn't write this down either. Yeah, so stay invisible longer and wait on enemies to use their crowd control. You saw that Leona did it mid lane. I showed you on the mini-map. She's willing to do it if she doesn't see you. So if you just show up invisible, just wait on her to use her E, go in, pop your ult. If she ults you, just Quicksilver Sash it away or flash it, and then just carry on. And you just win the team fight every time. So... yeah, just stay invisible a little bit longer, wait on the enemy to use their stuff, and then pop up and clean everybody up. You don't want to be the first person to show up. Because everyone's going to know, oh, Twitch, attack, you know, like if they get a chance. But if they're in the middle of a fight and they've already used their cooldowns, it's an extra step in reasoning for them to think, I've got to hold something and watch for Twitch while all this other stuff is going on. Most people just won't be able to do that effectively. But they will know if everything's up and you're the first thing they see, they're going to go for you. Because they understand that Twitch is a huge threat. They just won't be able to keep up with it, and they won't plan ahead enough a lot of times. And you know, bronze, silver, gold, and probably platinum, honestly. So just be ready for that. I even mess that up sometimes. I don't hold my crowd control for certain things that I should. Like the other night when I was playing Thresh, you know, I hooked Nunu and went in and immediately flayed him, whereas I should have waited on him to ult and then flayed him, and then I didn't have my flay for when he ulted. So, you know, even like pretty decent players, I consider myself a pretty decent player, even pretty decent players sometimes goof up and don't hold their crowd control for the right stuff. Sometimes they'll just use it, you know, just out of habit. So I think just waiting a little bit longer with invisibility would be a really nice touch also. Okay, and that's going to be it. Thank you very much. As always, I really appreciate it, Dylan. We have some more videos coming from Dylan soon, and we have some more coming from some other generous donors as well. So stay tuned. There should be a lot more coaching over the next few days. And that's going to be it. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.